Thanks for joining us here at Rose Quartz Mediumship for this energy update in the month of November. The month of November typically marks a period of time where we're a little bit more introspective. This marks a time where we begin to really focus on us and going inwards. Our world typically slows down a little bit, and it gives us the ability in the month of November to be more introspective, to do more journaling, more yoga, more meditation, more artwork, more chatting with friends, more discussion groups. This is a really perfect time for you to be spending some time with yourself and exploring yourself deeply. What is it that you want out of this human experience, and are you aligning with it? Are you being purposeful with your days? Are you being purposeful with your energy? Are you being purposeful with your life? The month of November is a really fabulous time for us to be looking at that and doing that work. And I would encourage you to embrace the natural nudge that we are getting from the earth and from the universe to take that time and to be introspective. It's also a time where we can start to really focus on gratitude practices. If you don't already have a gratitude practice, November kind of begs and invites us to bring gratitude into our reality in a very purposeful way. There is no wrong gratitude practice, and there is no right gratitude practice. It's about finding one that works for you. For a lot of people, they say 3 things before they go to bed at night or when they first wake up that they're grateful for. For other people, as soon as they're bumping up against any form of resistance, they stop, pause, focus on what it is that they're grateful about the situation that is difficult or in their life in general. And that introduction of gratitude helps to shift them into a different vibration level. Gratitude can also be in connection with other people. So the month of November is a great month to tell your friends, your family, your coworkers, your children, anybody in your reality, why you're grateful that they're in your reality. Why it is that you want to be spending your time and energy on them and with them. So don't forget when you're doing your gratitude practice to focus not just on what you're grateful for in your life, but to actually communicate that to the people in your reality who you love and are grateful to have in your reality. In the Tarot and Oracle update for the month of November, the shadow card was the Devil. And this is a really nice reminder that sometimes as we move into November and December, we see a kind of influx in some of our behaviors that we don't want to embrace again, whether that be an increase in drinking, whether it be eating food that we don't want to eat, whether it be engaging with people in a way that we don't want to be engaging, attention-seeking behavior, whether it be gambling. All these activities that we typically do to not feel our feelings. And so there was a nudge and a reminder to avoid those things in the month of November. That you may be feeling a draw towards one of them, and this is your little nudge from the universe to really ask yourself if that's a path you want to be going down right now. Because oftentimes 1 drink turns into 2, which turns into 3, or something that seems like casual attention-seeking behavior results in you attention-seeking at a much higher level. And oftentimes we see that energy snowball. And so sometimes the easiest thing is to avoid engaging with that kind of energy or those patterns, those previous patterns in our life. Just don't bother engaging with them to begin with. And then we don't have to worry about them snowballing or becoming more intense, or that it's something that we end up leaning on that we don't want to be leaning on. I see a lot of people in the spiritual realm make the choice to avoid substances, avoid alcohol, avoid gambling, avoid seeking sexual attention from people that don't serve them, who don't serve them. And a big part of that, in my opinion, is people looking at the fact that these are band-aids. Oftentimes, these behaviors that we are embracing at some point in our life were to mask feelings that we didn't want to feel. They were a way of us avoiding feeling our feelings, avoiding processing things that we had going on in our reality. And it can feel like an easy way to just not have to deal with everything. But the reality is that for many people, that kind of snowballs and it becomes hard to get out of those patterns. While feeling our feelings fully can feel difficult, it's actually such a beautiful thing. And so having time where you process your emotions, whether you internally process them and you're somebody who wants to just sit and think in moments of silence, whether you're somebody who externally processes and wants to work with a professional or your friend or your mom or your sibling or your whoever, whether you're somebody who wants to process through artwork, so painting your feelings, whether you want to journal or write, there is no wrong way to process those emotions. And if you have a bunch of different tools, a bunch of different ways of processing your emotions, it can be easier to get to them if you're struggling with one particular avenue. So if journaling is normally the way that I process my emotions, but I'm really struggling, I might want to lean on a friend and work on externally processing with a friend. Having a bunch of tools in your toolkit that allow you to really look at different ways of processing your emotions as they're happening is really powerful. And it is a really powerful tool when trying to avoid leaning into a substance or leaning into a behavior that you don't want to be leaning into. Again, the month of November is a very introspective month. It naturally happens for us. And so I hope that you embrace it, and I hope that you pick some healthy ways of embracing it, and can't wait to hear how the month of November goes for you.